Hello everyone, this is Pecan Cookie here, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, as you can probably tell by the commentary. In this video, I'm going to be talking about one of the most underrated Mystreet seasons ever, Falcon Claw University. If you've watched all of Mystreet, you can probably name a favorite season, and throughout the years that I've been in the fandom, I've seen almost every season get its love, except for Falcon Claw University and Graduation Days. I'm lumping these two in the same category since Graduation Days is only 6 episodes long. This season of Mystreet is one of my favorites, and I hate for it to not get the love it deserves. Everything about FCU is perfect, and here's why. Okay, for some quick background information about the season, it's about Aphmau and her friends in college. And if you didn't already know this, you probably just shouldn't be watching this video. Go watch FCU, and then come back to this video. In this video, I'm going to be going over a few main topics. New characters, the humor, action, Aaron and Aphmau's struggles, and how the season is more mature than some of the other Mystreet seasons out there. Also, another thing I want to say real quick is I was just sick and my voice is still a little horrible sounding, and also voices on recordings never sound good because I don't have the proper equipment for this. Being the main character of Mystreet, of course Aphmau is the center of attention for this season. One thing that she was really hoping to do in this season was to escape all the drama of high school once she got to college. But that kind of all goes down the drain once she gets a letter slipped under her door with the words, "Stay away from him, hussy." And for anyone who doesn't know, hussy is an alternate way of saying... Her roommate Tara, who I will get to later, tries to reassure her, telling her that this is probably just some sick prank. This doesn't really help Aphmau's mental health, and it starts to deteriorate even farther when a rumor starts going around saying how she got around in high school. And things get worse when this guy comes in. And the scene follows like this.
Hey, baby.
Huh?
How's it cooking, good looking?
I'm studying, not cooking.
Cute. Hey, you look amazing in those tights. Got some fine legs.
Okay. Thank you?
Wanna go have a makeout session in the library?
What?
I mean, you gotta study, and I can help you. Plus, maybe get a little action in while we're at it.
Okay, stop. What are you doing?
Oh, come on, sweets. I've heard about you. I mean, who hasn't?
Now, the thing that surprised me the most about this scene was this line here. I mean, that's pretty mature, is probably what I'd say on YouTube here. Yeah, mature. And stuff like this, like Mystreet and other stuff more aimed towards kids, having more mature elements, I find that really good, and I'll talk about that more later. But for now, just know that this season having more mature elements, I love. And another thing I would like to add is that I'd argue that Mystreet isn't really for kids, at least little kids. I didn't let my 7-year-old sister watch this season because of the reasons I just talked about, and some that I'll talk about later. Back to the scene with the guy harassing Aphmau. Gareth is nearby and hears this interaction going on, and then comes over and beats the shit out of the guy. I mean, seriously, beats the shit out of him. Look, here's a clip of them reading off the guy's injuries.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around this. Dislocated jaw, 3 teeth knocked out, fractured skull, broken arm from the fall. The student is currently in intensive care for the injuries he sustained.
After this interaction, you can really start to see the change in Aphmau's personality. She starts becoming apprehensive about going out in public, and even doesn't want to be seen in public around other guys like Aaron and Garth. Over the rest of the school year, she continues to receive these threatening letters, and starts becoming way more quiet and isolated from everyone. She wants to stay away from all the people whispering at her as she walks by, and if you watch the whole season, she's quite possibly falling into a state of depression. As the season wraps up, she starts acting more like herself again, going out and having fun. Then a little hiccup occurs when Garth confesses to her, again, saying his feelings from high school are still there. Aphmau rejects him, again. She feels guilty after this because she does care about Garth, but not in the way Garth cares about her. Eventually, we see that she's able to put all this stuff behind her, and in the 2-year time skip at the end of the season, it's clear that she's doing much better and back to being her happy, healthy self. And now, moving on to Aaron. Along with Aphmau, Aaron is another main character of this season, and he kind of has 2 different struggles to overcome. One is his relationship with his father, and the second is his social life. College Aaron is, well, awkward to say the least. He doesn't really know how to make friends, and his first 3 years of college he spent alone. It doesn't help that his father is very overprotective and has bodyguards and agents watching Aaron at all times. After the events of Phoenix Drop High Season 2, Aaron has had his phone taken away, as well as his game, which he and Aphmau play on together. When he realizes that Aphmau is now going to the same college as him, he attempts to reconnect with her. This takes him a while because of his crippling social anxiety. Eventually, they're able to meet up on the game and arrange time to meet up in real life. Aphmau helps Aaron start making friends, and he even ends up going out to the movies and mall with them, with the help of Agent R to sneak out. Things are going great for Aaron, and he genuinely seems like he's happy for the first time in a while, until Derek starts getting suspicious about why he's spending so much money, and he hires Xavier to spy on him. After meeting with Xavier, who pretended to be Aaron's childhood friend or something, he is met with a surprise when he returns to his dorm. His father is here, and this is the scene that follows.
God, there are usually agents out around this time.
Aaron?
Dad?
Where were you at, Aaron?
I was out doing a group project with my partner.
Partner. A girl by chance?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Why is that any of your business?
Because your life is my business, Aaron.
I don't see how it is your business.
Well, that's pretty easy. I'm your father.
Okay, so?
I'm sure you know by now that your credit card is canceled, right?
What?
I had gotten back a statement from your card. You've been spending a lot of money on things, Aaron. What kind of things have you been spending money on, Aaron?
Food? Coffee?
$300, all on food and coffee?
Yeah.
Just for you?
I would appreciate it if you left, Dad.
Aaron, lying to your father isn't in your best interest.
Maybe if I had a good father, I wouldn't be lying.
Watch your mouth.
I'm serious. You treat me like a prisoner. I'm a grown man who
Was born with a curse. You're not like any other child out there, Aaron. And as your father, I'm trying to take responsibility for that.
Get out!
Keep talking like that, and you can consider your college tuition cut off.
What?
It's pretty clear to say that Aaron doesn't have the healthiest relationship with his father. Derek is constantly reminding Aaron that he's a monster and even still refers to him as a child. Now Aaron has basically no money and his privacy is even more invaded, and he's still trying to live a normal life and make friends. Things get even more confusing for Aaron when Jenny, one of the people he's been starting to hang out with, confesses to him, and he's so overwhelmed by this that he says yes to being her boyfriend. You messed up, Aaron. You messed up. Jenny and Aaron's relationship is not healthy at all. Jenny is so caught up with Aaron finally being hers that she kind of doesn't seem to notice how uncomfortable he is around her. Aaron is too shy to tell her it was a mistake, and honestly, if I was Aaron, I would be too. Like, oh, sorry, I said yes, but I actually don't like you like that, and I've been leading you on for weeks. Okay, but also, come on, dude, that is messed up. Stop leading this poor girl on. Now, as we near the end of the season, Aaron is faced with a new problem. Xavier, who's been slacking at his whole spying job, is secretly trying to out Aaron as the Ultima, which apparently he just looked up like a Wikipedia and tracked the family line, which, I mean, Derek puts his family through all this stuff to protect the secret, but you can just pull up like a family tree on the internet and find out the Lycans have the Ultima Curse. Like, really? Surely Derek is rich enough to, like, get rid of that info? So then, Xavier's plan is to try to get Aaron to freak out and reveal himself while he films, which is the worst plan in the history of plans, like, ever. If he did any research of Ultimas, he would have known, looking into their eyes, bad. In the end, Xavier isn't really much of a threat, as he's easily taken care of, thanks to Aphmau.
Go away!
Xavier!
Right on time.
Later, Aaron finally tells Jenny the truth and breaks up with her. The breakup goes about as well as you would think it would. In the same episode, Derek finds out that Agent R has been helping Aaron and fires him. You know, Derek, you make it hard to like you sometimes. In the season finale, Aaron finally sticks it to his dad and decides he would rather be struggling for money than continue to have anything to do with him. In the time skip, we can see, like Aphmau, Aaron is doing a lot better. He finally escaped the watch of his toxic father, and now he can live a normal life. For now. Another aspect of this season that I love, and I said this earlier, was how it pushes the boundaries of being PG, but not in the ways that the other seasons do. While Emerald Secrets and Angel's Falls have punching and death and blood, not to put those seasons down at all, I love them, in FCU no one is killed or injured. Except that guy. Instead of violence, we get sexual harassment, toxic relationships, both with family, friends, and romantic, and even shaming. Things that you really only see in adult shows. I love when media, aimed towards younger audience, isn't dumbed down and treats people like they're babies. Although I still think FCU is for older kids than the rest of my street. In Falcon Claw University, there is a large amount of new supporting and side characters. We have Tara, Aphmau's roommate, who, along with Betty, is probably the most relatable character ever. She's also diabetic, although I don't think they say what type she has. Then we got the trio. Jenny is interesting, and if I start to talk about her, this is going to become very long, so I will make a separate video about her. For now, let's just say she is overhated. Second in the trio is Kathy, who seems cool at first, but is actually a pretty good twist antagonist, and she was the one who was sending letters to Aph, Diana, and Jenny. Betty, my beloved, she is perfection. Her only love is food, and she actually says that she does not feel romantic or sexual attraction to people, so some Arrow Ace rep there. Also, in the final, Betty just drags Kathy to the dean's office once she finds out what she's been doing. Then we got Diana, an edgy werewolf girl who also kind of has a thing for Aaron, but stops hanging out with him shortly after getting a letter, similar to Aphmau's. Diana's closest friend, Ken, is a very paranoid guy who is later revealed to also be a werewolf. He hides it because of the government. And you know what? Ken was right. People should have listened to Ken. We have Luca, who is Caitlin's girlfriend, and she loves coffee. She also kind of emotionally adopts Aphmau as her daughter. Well, it's clear that after college, Caitlin and Luca have split up. They didn't break up on screen this season. You can see towards the end of the season that there's little hints of some things that might have an effect on the relationship. My theory is that Luca wanted to settle down after college, maybe even start a family, get married. Caitlin seems like she wouldn't want to move that fast, and this may have caused the breakup. We also have Nekoette, the sassy little Mayflower scout who shows up throughout the series. We also have Juno, a werewolf scout. Him and Nekoette have a bit of rivalry, but become friends with the help of Aphmau and Kwai-chan. Agent R, one of the agents protecting Aaron. R and Aaron end up having like this father-son relationship, and he's actually a way better father figure than Derek. R not only lets Aaron go out, he also makes sure that he doesn't get caught doing it. Then we have Mac, who I kind of always forget exists until I rewatch the season. Basically, he has a crush on Jenny, and I think he's Garth's roommate or something. Lastly is Xavier, who I already kind of talked about earlier in the video. Falcon Claw University is amazing, but the icing on the top is the comedy. No season of anything ever is complete without some comedy. Even when Angels Falls and Emerald Secrets have a little bit of comedy before everyone, starts dying. Here are some of the highlights of my favorite scenes from this season. FCU is amazing. Watch it now and appreciate its beauty. Oh, also the intro song is a fucking bop.